into the Black People's Podcast with Bread Man. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast with Bread Man. Waiting on my green light. Waiting on my green light. Waiting on my green light. Talk to me in the chat. Let me get up first. I'm gonna take my time. See, I don't see us up yet. I don't see us up yet. Here we go. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. Waiting on my green light. Waiting on my green light. Talk to me in the chat. Are we good on the audio? What's up, Eastside? Are we good on the audio? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Mic check. Oh, yeah, we good. Mic check. Y'all start sharing. Y'all go to YouTube and start sharing. Share the link. I'm going to have to run this back a few times just to get my numbers up. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. Let's go. Get some numbers up.
Juice. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You got that juice. You got the juice. You got the juice. You got that power.
Get them numbers up, let's go.
All power to the people. The power's in the people. In the streets mobbing, rapping good over evil.
You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast with Bread Man. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, and make sure you hit subscribe. Let's go.
The power's in the people, burning and looting, repping good over evil. Look, the power's in the people. Should've asked for equity, but we rather be equal. Let my people go, Prince of Egypt, this the sequel. Could never give up the precious, watch them burn just like Smeagol, it's the Ock. Giving life like an Ankh. We went from Chaldea, but ended on Plymouth Rock. We went from Black Tulsa to Section 8 out and watch. Judas in the Black Messiah, them crackers, they want me shot. That's the truth too. Black man magic, I might hit they ass with voodoo. Took the Bible, but left the land. Desmond Tutu, we only blind black at this point. Go grab your.
Make sure y'all sharing, let's go.
Clue. Look, I ain't never want the recognition. All praises due, man. We in full submission. Now that I got your attention, you should know you got that juice too. Non-GMO, please don't let them people fool you. Power, yeah, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. In the streets mobbing, rapping good over evil. Look, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah. Power's in the people, burning and looting, repping good over evil. Look, juice.
Yo, what's the damn deal? You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast with Bread Man. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast with Bread Man. Salute to the chat. Salute to D Mecca. Huh? Help me get these numbers up. I got a fire panel tonight, right? I got a fire panel tonight, and I want to make sure I give it to the proper respect. So I'm gonna need my moderators to check in, and I'm gonna need you guys' help tonight. I'm really gonna need you guys sharing, right? I'm gonna need you guys keeping that chat alive, keeping the chat going. You understand what I'm saying? While I do my job as a host. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out with some light shit. You feel me? I'm gonna bring out these receipts, catch y'all up. You feel me? Do a baby rundown of these drive-bys we've been doing. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna keep it light. You understand? And then I'm going to bring on my panel. You feel me? In the second hour, and the topic tonight is going to be the state of the black community. Now that's a very, very, very general topic, the state of the black community. We're going to talk about it here tonight at the Black People's Podcast, and I put together a panel of people from all walks of life. You understand what I'm saying? From all walks of life. So that's what we're doing here tonight at the Black People's Podcast. So I'm going to run this back one more time. Because I need y'all to help me get these numbers up. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, and make sure you hit subscribe. Let's go. Power to the people.
Can you dig it?
Juice. 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 The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You got that, you got that juice. You got that, you got the juice. You got that, you got the juice. You got that, you got that, you got that power. Yeah, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. In the streets mobbing, rapping good over evil. Look, power to the people. Yeah.
Salute to Supreme. Salute to Supreme. Salute, Queen. I'm glad you're here. We're gonna do it through I'm gonna send you the link on. I'll let you know when I'm ready. I'll let you know.
In the people.
Yeah. We ready tonight. Let's go.
Rather be equal. Let my people go. Prince of Egypt. This the sequel. Could never give up the precious. Watch them burn just like Smeagol. It's the Ock. Giving life like an Ankh. We went from Chaldea but ended on Plymouth Rock. We went from Black Tulsa to Section 8 out and watch. Judas in the Black Messiah. Them crackers, they want me shot. That's the truth too. Black man magic. I might hit they ass with voodoo. Took the Bible but left the land. Desmond Tutu. We only blind black at this point. Go grab your who's who. I rep that north side till I die, and that's a blues clue. Look, I ain't never want the recognition. All praises due, man. We in full submission. Now that I got your attention, you should know you got that juice too. Non-GMO, please don't let them people fool you. Power, yeah, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah. The power's in the people.
Get them numbers up. Get them numbers up. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you like. Make sure you hit share. Share. Make sure you hit subscribe, man. You tune in to the Black People's Podcast. It's going down.
In the people, burning and looting, repping good over evil. Look. Juice.
Get them numbers up, man. Get them numbers up. I need double digits. I need double digits. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I do need double digits though, man. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what I do here. Pay me my homage. Pay me my homage, man. Pay me my homage. If you're tuning in on IG, make sure you go over to Breadman TV right now and hit subscribe. What we doing tonight is legendary. So I'm gonna run down. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown. Just a little rundown of what I've been doing over the past week or so. You understand? I've been doing me, and I'm gonna just keep it funky. I'm really trying to recuperate. I almost didn't do the show tonight. I almost didn't do the show tonight, and let me show y'all why, man. I damn near threw my back out. I damn near threw my back out trying to get some damn clout. Ain't that what they call it? Where is it? I damn near threw my back out trying to get some clout. Let me get it up. Trying to get some clout. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, and make sure you hit subscribe. I don't know what I was thinking, man. The weather was good. You feel me? Like I was just feeling myself, like feeling, young and fruitful like the man I am. Then I threw my back out. Pay attention.
I know sense. Oh, hit the plug. Ride around with folk. Call me Kobe. 24. Can't fuck with her no more. Ready to get it started. Bitch, I got no sense. Oh, hit the plug. Ride around with folk. Call me Kobe. 24. Can't fuck with her no more. Ready to get it started. Bitch, I got no sense. Oh, hit the plug. Ride around with folk. Call me Kobe. 24.
Down there threw my back out trying to do the beatbox challenge. What they call it, the beatbox? Trying to do the beatbox challenge. I done down there threw my back out. Messing with you youngsters. Fucking with you youngsters. That ain't no acting. I had it going for a minute. You feel me? But I didn't even stretch. I didn't even think to stretch before I got started. You feel me? I didn't even think to stretch. Somebody told me I should have stretched that hammy. They told me I should have stretched that hammy before I did that. You feel me? Now, among that, while we, laughing and having fun. Salute to the chat. Salute to Black Jade. Salute to my queen. Salute to D Mecca. Salute to D Nino. Welcome. Salute to T History. Yeah, they falling in. Salute to To Me and Me. Salute Supreme. What up, Queen? It's going down tonight. It's early. It's going down tonight. So again, while I was out there playing, I was out there also. We do the real work. We also do the real work here at the Black People's Podcast. So I know y'all saw the Bagel Karen. I know y'all saw the Bagel Karen. If you didn't see the Bagel Karen, allow me to introduce you and remind you of the Bagel Karen. We doing numbers. Black kids, you're 4 black kids, and you up here calling another black man a nigger. The people told you was out of line, off top, and you antagonized that man. You antagonized the whole situation. Why should we in the black community tiptoe around this? Let me take this a little bit deep. This is where it gets a lot more sinister. Since this story is broke, they went to her dirty ass apartment. Her black baby daddies. We still haven't heard from him. Which black man did she have these babies with, and was she talking like this? How did this happen? Let me give y'all a hint of where this type of behavior comes from.
I tell you about disrespecting my Nubian princess. With disrespect, oh my God. After the devil made you, he broke the mold.
Another bottle of Milka Magnesia. We didn't hold them responsible then, and we not holding them responsible now.
But maybe you and I could make a little jungle fever.
We gotta stop letting these brothers make it. Hit them lights on your way out. I know my queens like that. Hit them lights. I know my queens like that because I gotta get down to the root of the problem. I'm gonna run that back one more time, just in case it was too loud. Let me run that back one more time. The Bagel Karen, I was working on her ass. I was exposing her ass. Pay attention. That's what I do. You're 4 black kids, and you up here calling another black man a nigger. The people told you was out of line, off top, and you antagonized that man. You antagonized the whole situation. Why should we in the black community tiptoe around this? Let me take this a little bit deep. This is where it gets a lot more sinister. Since this story is broke, they went to her dirty ass apartment. Her black baby daddies. We still haven't heard from him. Which black man did she have these babies with, and was she talking like this? How did this happen? Let me give y'all a hint of where this type of behavior comes from.
I tell you about disrespecting my Nubian princess. With disrespect, oh my God. After the devil made you, he broke the mold.
Another bottle of Milka Magnesia.
Another bottle.
We didn't hold them responsible then, and we not holding them responsible now.
But maybe you and I could make a little jungle fever.
We gotta stop letting these brothers make it.
Another bottle of Milka Magnesia exposed.
Charlemagne like to call it jar of mayonnaise. I'm bringing it back. Another bottle of Milka Magnesia exposed. But see, I did the video, right? In the video doing numbers, I did the video because I said, who's responsible for the Bagel Karen? I went deeper. We're not finna delve all the way back into it because we got bigger fish to fry. The state of the black community. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, and I got a panel lined up for y'all tonight. But we got developing news in the Bagel Karen. Let me get her up. We got developing news in the Bagel Karen situation because the last video I did on her, I said, yo, who's responsible for the Bagel Karen? Didn't I say that, y'all? I said, where's her baby daddy? We have not heard, we hadn't heard from a black baby daddy. I did like a whole, you know what I'm saying, a whole 30, 45 minute live on that. She had 4 black kids. And we hadn't heard from her black baby daddy. So I went in. I was like, yo, we have to take responsibility for this in the black community because, right, we're the ones responsible. It's a black man that got her pregnant 4 times and was probably letting her run around saying the word nigga. Correct? Well, guess what? We have some developing developmental issues. I'm so caught in caught in a quandary, are thrown back. We have developing news in this case, so I'm going to take y'all straight to it. I asked what a baby daddy was. I asked what a baby daddy was, and apparently he heard me. Apparently the baby daddy heard me because he reared his head and he spoke on it. So I ain't even got to speak on the bagel carrying baby daddy no more. He can speak for himself. So let's see what the bagel carrying. Let me say her real name. Let me put some respect on Stephanie DeNaro. Let me say her name properly. Stephanie DeNaro, a.k.a. the Bagel Queen. I said the Bagel Queen. The Bagel Karen Queen. But let's hear from our baby daddy. Since I exposed, I said, yo, we got to take responsibility as black man because we are responsible for this. The bread gang finna go crazy when they see this. The bread gang finna go crazy when they see this. I ain't gonna say nothing. Let's go. I ain't gonna say nothing. We're gonna let him talk for himself. Let's go. You tune in to the Black People's Podcast.
Is Stephanie racist? I mean, obviously that video came out a few days ago, and she said some really terrible things to the cashier at the bakery.
Say the guy's a black guy. That he black, so forth and so forth. Hey, like I said, I won't lie. People have text me on my Instagram sites and my social media platform of what I see inside of that business place. And if Stephanie DeNaro conduct in a manner like that in 2021 or any other time, then I think she's responsible for her action. She damaged our children by spitting poison out her mouth if she does that.
So you have a problem with her using that kind of language?
I have a problem with everybody using that form of language or anybody whatsoever, even my own children.
So it's very interesting that she would just openly just talk like that and whatnot. I mean, aren't you concerned about your children's safety?
I am concerned about my children's safety 150%. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but my opinion is that if that young lady get proper mental care and be monitored effectively, then perhaps her action won't be like what so negative, that to attack people in a racist manner or whatever the circumstances. Hey, my message to you as my children's mom, atone yourself, you're educated enough to do the right thing, sit back, think about it, don't get indoctrinated, don't make poison enter your system, your mind, and make amends. I'm sending my apology to that young man, that if the racism that Stephanie DeNaro direct to him, I apologize on behalf of my family. And that man. And
Victor's his name.
What's his name?
Victor.
Victor, and I hope you can forgive in your heart, because I think you have it in your heart, man.
Now, what the hell is going on here? I'm trying to change my ways. I'm really trying to change my ways, but when I look at that, I gotta say, what the hell is going on here? This is what I'm talking about. And then y'all get mad at me. Y'all get mad at me when I bring shit to the forefront. That's all I do. That's all I do. Y'all get mad at me. Now the baby daddy, the black baby daddy, who's Caribbean, sounds like he's Caribbean. You see, once we start to dig a little deeper, but let's not lose track. Now he's saying, yo, I think she need help. So do that mean you want the babies? Let's keep it funky. Do that mean you want your 4 black babies? I wouldn't want my 4 black babies. I didn't hear the man say he wanted his 4 black babies. I didn't hear him say nothing about that. But the brother said he was against it. Salute to him. But you see the dynamics that we're dealing with in the black community. We got to take responsibility for this. We got to take responsibility for this. Now I need somebody, I'm not from the Caribbean, so I need somebody from the Caribbean to tap in and tell me how this works. Was he allowing her to say the N-word while they was together? Does he really say the N-word low key? I'm just saying, I wanted to pull those receipts up, you feel me, and just show people I really been doing the work. Y'all know I can go into a rant. You feel me? You know I can go to a rant and I can take this, you know, a lot deeper, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on because here in the next, I said around 9:30, I'm gonna open up the platform to bring my pound on. But I want to keep going. I want to keep going. I want to bring up this next receipt. It's not so controversial. This next receipt is not so sexy. But I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. I'm doing it bootleg style, but we still gonna get it. We still gonna get it done. Salute to the general. This one I'm finna start doing. Salute to the general. Salute to General 578. Salute to General 578 on Instagram. Right? Let me get to his messages. Where his messages at? Come on now. They're supposed to be on here. What the hell is this? Where my messages at? You tune in to the Black People's Podcast. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, make sure you hit subscribe. I can't find, I think I just had them. Okay, here we go. Salute to General 578 on Instagram. He sent me this right here, these receipts. Let me get it up. He sent me these receipts right here, and I can appreciate this. People be listening, and they know what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to take this thing. So let me get my big head ass down and put some shine on this, and we're gonna walk through this together. We're gonna walk through this together. This is a black toilet paper company called Silk Star. They operate out of New Jersey. Supreme been on this page. They operate out of New Jersey, right? Let me just click on that page and see what we get. Make sure you follow them right now. Make sure you follow them right now. You see the picture. Let me see if they got another picture. That's not it. That's not the one. There we go. So this is a black-owned business. Black-owned business. Silk Star. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to purchase some toilet paper from this company. And I'm going to tell y'all about my experience. Whether it be good or bad, I'm going to keep it funky. And if I can get just a few more people to do the same with me, so we can talk about that experience together, and maybe we can help bring some shine to this person's business. Because I can't just promote you just because you black. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. Yeah, they in Jersey. They in Jersey. But if I can purchase your product, it gets to me in a timely fashion. I get what I paid for. You understand what I'm saying? I don't get hit with the oopty wop. I'm going to promote this toilet paper. They out of Jersey. I'm actually promoting it right now. We got to give them a chance. Silk Star. Black-owned business toilet paper. How basic does it get? See, we talk a lot of shit. We talk a lot of shit in the black community. Everybody needs toilet paper. It's not sexy enough. I guess it's not sexy enough for y'all. Don't have nothing to do with fashion. That's a necessity. Everybody needs toilet paper. So if this black company got real toilet paper, then I'm going to buy toilet paper from this black company. The company is called, for the people on IG, the company is called Silk Star. SILK STAR. RR. You can follow them on IG right now. Tell them Breadman sent you. Breadman TV. Tell them Breadman sent you. This the least we could do. I'm not gonna make this into a nasty joke. I got a bunch of, but I'm gonna stay classy with this. The least we could do is purchase some black-owned toilet paper, if we're able to purchase it. And I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna move on. I'm not playing, man. I'm not playing this year. I'm not playing. So I'm going to purchase it myself, and I'll tell y'all about my experience. If anybody get it before me, y'all let me know. And so we can get together. We can confirm that this is a real black-owned company. They not hitting us with the oopty-wop. And we can all continue to get our toilet paper from there, and we can encourage other people to get their toilet paper from there. You understand what I'm saying? Let's do this thing for real, and let's stop just talking. Let's stop just talking shit. What's next on my agenda? I'm gonna, oh man, if I run through this, this might make me go over. I'm bringing my panel on at 9:30. I need my panel. Matter of fact, let me start sending these DMs out now. I need my panel ready at 9:30. Promoting black business. I gotta name that hour. I gotta name that little segment I just did. I gotta name that. But we're gonna start promoting black business every time we come up. I don't know if y'all know or not. You understand what I'm saying? We did make World Star. I want to just, remind my people about that. If y'all don't know yet, we made World Star. We made World Star by doing what we do, pushing the conversation forward. The title says, should Latino people be able to use the N-word? This was a conversation that was being had on the Queens Flip platform that I ended up, sparking, as I usually do. So we doing a damn thing here. Let me go to this again. This is gonna bother me. This right here is gonna bother me. This right here, this receipt here is gonna bother me, but we're gonna do it. Let me go to Kareem page. Salute to the OG, Kareem Johnson. Kareem Johnson sent me something, and I'm gonna just throw this out there because this is gonna be a whole nother topic within itself, but I want to set it up. I want to set it up because, see, Kareem Johnson sent me some receipts yesterday, the mother of Tamir Rice. And I had a visceral reaction of what I was looking at. I didn't know how to take it in. And my wheels started turning as I was listening to this black mother talk. The mother of Tamir Rice, the young black boy who was gunned down innocently, unarmed. He had a toy. He was playing. And here's his mother almost a decade later, still putting the work in. But listen to her story about her fight for justice and the so-called people, black people, or people who so-called are for the community, the people who are supposed to be helping her. Black Lives Matter and other attorneys, Benjamin Crump, the whole regular gamut that we usually see when one of us unarmed black people go down. Listen to her. I'm gonna just play a few clips. I want y'all to listen to her perspective. Who am I? Who am I to, tell her about her experience? Pay attention. Let me get her up. Where's the sound? Here we go.
It's kind of strange. Like certain times I wanted to, stand up. My attorney at the time was Ben Crump, and he kind of told me like they not gonna pay an angry black woman, and I was kind of limited to say what I wanted to say, and I'm like, it didn't feel good, and somewhat they kind of co-signed, certain individuals kind of co-signed that. And I'm not going to say all of the LGBT queer community has been good to me, you know. But the ones the ones that have been, they have, but the ones that actually, you know, is under those certain type of teachings that they teach over at Black Lives Matter, whatever, they do have a certain type of way of just being all up in your business. But again, we're vulnerable, so we're talking, we're letting them know, because at that time we make them a part of our case, okay? Because, you know, we're looking for guidance, and at that time they're working with the attorney to collab on whatever rally, whatever protest, whatever press conference that the person should be doing. And that's why you see Tamika Mallory, Ben Crump, and Sean King at these protests, because they have taken over for the family. Especially in George Floyd, there's no mother and father. But in Breonna Taylor's case, the mother is there. She doesn't say very much. And I don't think we heard from the father. So it's kind of strange, because they hound you so much. Like, I don't even really believe that Tamika, and I'm gonna give you an example. I don't even believe Tamika Palmer is controlling her pages when it comes to Facebook and Instagram. Like, she's not controlling. That is not the work of, if you go to Instagram, look at Tamika Palmer page. That is not the work of a mother. Look at my page and look at her page. They have kind of corporate her page for her. You know, she don't know no better. You know, she's vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? They not helping her. They not teaching her and things like that. Yeah. So I was a little bit different, okay? I demanded answers, and they gave me the answers, and it wasn't going to work, because I'm a different type of mom, okay? Tamir's 12. I have 3 other kids. I come straight from the gutter. You wasn't going to keep playing no game with me, baby. So they had to eventually be honest with me and real with me. And in that part, I can respect of the LGBT community, because eventually I had to got with another group of folks that was honest with me, you know, telling me what the up and up. And I'm like, this shit ain't right. This shit ain't right. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to do nothing with them. No, nothing. But I've always had a relationship with all of them. You know, I thought, but Opal, you know, she always, you know, she just always been genuine. I'm just gonna say that. We're not getting no convictions. We're not getting no indictments. And we, like my sister said, we done followed you here, there, every damn where. And you have not showed us how to get a murder conviction. If all the smarts and the geniuses that you have, and you are working with these attorneys together, both of y'all should be able to come up with some indictments for these families. Wow. Okay, some murder charges. You got these attorneys, all the attorneys with their whatever brilliance they have, and then you have these activists. You done been in college, you done did this, you done been in organ. You got all type of skills up under your back. So you and the attorney should be making sure that we get murder convictions and indictments and stuff like that. So that's just where I'm at with all of this, and it's just a shame that it has came to this point. My poor sister Lisa.
Wow. So I didn't even know how to take this one in. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let that lead us into the panel. I'm gonna let that one right there lead us straight into the panel, because that was a lot for me to swallow. That's straight from a mother's mouth. Who am I to judge her and tell her how to tell her story and what's going on behind the scenes? The state of the black community. So here, Tamir Rice's mother, she right here telling you almost a decade later, and Lord knows how many more bodies later, it sounded like she was trying to tell people that these so-called activist groups and these attorneys, they come in and they buy our pain. They purchase our tragedy early on, push us to the back, and make money and make profit off of our pain and off of our tragedy. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I heard. And that pains me, because she was making like very, very simple sense. Like, where are the convictions? what's really going on. And then you got to look at it from the other side too. Did somebody get to her? That's what's going on in the black community. We wondering why we not getting no justice, why we not getting no murder convictions. Because either we doing the wrong thing over and over and over. Either we doing the wrong thing over and over and over, or we been infiltrated. As always. One of the two. That was startling. That was startling to me. I'm gonna start sending out my let me see. I got C-Rain. I need C-Rain up. I'm gonna start getting my panel together. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, and make sure you hit subscribe. If you would like to support the podcast, feel free to Cash App $Breadman281. That's $Breadman281. Right? Or you can PayPal Bread Daily 832. Those links are in the chat right now. So give me a second, man. I'm going to go ahead and get my panel together back here. Right? We're gonna do something a little different here. It's never been done before. I haven't seen nobody do this on YouTube. So let me get this together backstage. Y'all hold it down. Tune into the Black People Podcast. Let's go.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Juice. 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 Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You got that juice. You got that juice. You got the juice. You got that power. Yeah, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. In the streets mobbing, repping good over evil. Look, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. Burning and looting, repping good over evil.
Look, the power's in the people. Should've asked for equity, but we rather be equal. Let my people go, Prince of Egypt, this the sequel. Could never give up the precious, watch them burn just like Smeagol, it's the Ock. Giving life like an Ankh. We went from Chaldea, but ended on Plymouth Rock. We went from Black Tulsa to Section 8 out and watch. Judas in the Black Messiah, them crackers, they want me shot. That's the truth too. Black man magic, I might hit they ass with voodoo. Took the Bible but left the land. Desmond Tutu, we only blind black at this point. Go grab your who's who. I rep that north side till I die, and that's a blues clue. Look, I ain't never want the recognition. All praises due, man. We in full submission. Now that I got your attention, you should know you got that juice too. Non-GMO, please don't let them people fool you.
Power, yeah, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. In the streets mobbing, repping good over evil. Look, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. Burning and looting, repping good over evil. Look, juice.
There we go. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. There we go. I'm gonna start getting my panel up. This has never been done before. This is where I need my people in the chat to hold me down. Black J, I need you to take over from here. Coon Slayer, I need you to check in. God dang it.
Take it there.
Coon Slayer, I need you to check in. I need you to check in on the IG. Coon Slayer, I need you to check in on the IG. C-Rain, this is where, not C-Rain, I'm sorry. Black Jade, I need you to hold it down. Because I'm finna be blind from here. I need my moderators to hold it down. Texas Independent. Baby Maga, Texas Ham, I need you on deck. Where's Mr. Marcus Hemingway? And then I need Kareem. Right? We're going to take our time tonight. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, and make sure you hit subscribe. Dang, I'm messing up. Get that off. I want to get Kareem up here. Make sure you hit like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Let me go ahead and read some of these comments as well while I'm getting my I'm sorry about this, y'all. Right here. Send request. Here we go. While I'm getting my my panel together, let me go ahead and read some of these YouTube comments. Supreme, are you ready? Kareem Johnson, I need Kareem Johnson. Marcus Hemingway. Mr. Craig. Right? Coon Slayer, I need you on deck. State of the black community. State of the black community. I got to get y'all up one by one. Come on, Coon Slayer. I got one. How you doing?
What's going on, man? How you?
I'm good. Let me get you up. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let me get this out the way.
2K, so I had to pause that.
Let me get this out the way. Yeah, we good. State of the black community. We getting this panel started. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm chilling, man. I'm just getting my 2K on right then and there.
Okay, what you playing?
I was playing NBA 2K.
Oh, NBA 2K. I got you. Are you nice?
Man, I'm just getting on it, man. I'm on the PS5, so I'm just getting started on it, man.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with you. When I know you've been tuning in, so when I talk about the state of the black community, right? With everything that's going on. Talk to me. What do you think that the state of the black community is right now, and what do we need to do about the state of the black community?
Yeah, I'm gonna sound like some of the people that we disagree with sometimes, and I'm gonna do it with what you call it, with no shame. All right, we need to be accountable, and we can't see each one of us as enemies.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of times we look at each other as enemies. Black people have like a sense of cautionary tape up all over them everywhere about when it comes to trust, when it comes to dealing with folks, and I think that's painful to us, and we have to work on that personally.
Hey, how you doing, Queen?
We have to do the right thing when it comes to that, and we just got to love each other a little bit more, man. I mean, we got to help each other. We can't help each other by being negative and showing all the negative stuff on us. We gotta love each other by showing the positive.
Do you think right now, would you consider us, Mr. Coon Slayer? When I say Coon Slayer, I'm saying KEWN for all those haters. That's KEWN. But Mr. Slayer, when we talk about the the state of the black community, would you consider it in a state of emergency? What's your talk to us about that.
We definitely have a state of emergency. We definitely have a lot of issues that we got to work on. We definitely have stuff that we gotta take care of, man. I mean, we got stuff going on all over the country that's detrimental to us right now. I know people saying they point out, Chicago, they point out Philadelphia. I'm in VA. Other night here, on the ocean front, we had a shooting take place.
Okay.
On the ocean front. 8 people were shot. All right. A young lady from Bad Girls Club lost her life.
I saw that. Sad.
And another young man who I'm thinking right now we might have an issue with that, because they say they shot him. They say he had a gun on him. And then the next thing they say there was a gun in the vicinity. Now you keep getting a gun in the vicinity, could be the dude 20 feet away in the vicinity. So that's shaky.
Okay.
And I was down there with my kids. We had just came down there and we just ride, and I left about 30 minutes before all this happened.
Okay.
So, it was the first real warm day on the ocean front. People were packed. There was a lot of people out there. We got a lot of issues, man. We got to be a little bit more responsible.
Now I'm gonna ask you this right here. I got Kareem who just chimed in. So Coon Slayer, I'm gonna ask you this question. I want you to stay tuned in, because I'm gonna get you back up. I'm gonna need you, because as you can see, Marcus just popped up. You understand what I'm saying? So I need you to stay right there. I don't want you to go in just yet on them, Coonslayer. Not just yet. But I'm gonna ask you this question here. When we talk about the top, let's just say the main issue, the number one issue, when we talking about the state of the black community, what is it to you? People look at me crazy when I say racism, when I bang against racism so hard and white supremacy. People look at me crazy when I say that that's my number one issue. But what is it? What is it to you?
Sellouts.
Say that again.
Sellouts. Sellouts is the number one issue. And a sellout could be somebody that's committing crimes in the street.
Mm-hmm.
A sellout can be somebody that's standing around you, that's talking down.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of issues when it comes to sellouts, man. Like, sellouts got Martin killed, got Malcolm killed, got Fred Hampton killed. I mean, it's people in your camp that you trust, and you gotta understand when the enemy is coming after you, they can't send somebody that you ain't gonna be aware of. They send somebody that'll fit right in, camouflage, that's gonna be right next to you. And when you have a black organization, they're gonna send another black person to kill that organization. The FBI under J. Edgar Hoover made that was their lifeline of doing things. They know they couldn't send a white man into a black organization and have him up in the higher levels. No, they had to send somebody that looked like you, that talked like you, but didn't have the same mindset as you to bring you down. And that has been a major issue to us for years and years and years. It's a major issue today. It's a major issue throughout, that we deal with people that are sellouts, that are people that are not in for the cause. They talk all the good stuff, but then they really have sinister agenda behind them. A lot of times it's monetary gifts, it's money. It's what they call clout and stuff. There's a lot of issues that these people are working with, man. I mean, and it's a sad case when you see these type people that are out here and they're flowing all over the place, and they're saying that, hey, they got our best interest, but they do not. They do not have our best interest. They have our worst interest, to be honest with you.
Okay, Coonslayer, we appreciate that. We want you to stay on deck, because I know that's not going to go unanswered and go unchallenged. So we gonna take our time tonight.
They're gonna come at it.
Yeah. So stay there on deck, okay? I'm about to get Kareem on.
All right, bro.
All right, my G. All right, salute to that man. Salute to that man. How you doing today, Marcus and Supreme?
Hey, how are you?
How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Good.
All right. So just that was Coonslayer. Y'all can follow Coonslayer on IG. That's KEWN, I think underscore Slayer. That's Coonslayer. Kareem Johnson, can you put your, let me see. There we go. We good. So now we have, right now we have Supreme, the Supreme Queen on. You can follow her at C_Reign Supreme on IG. We also have Marcus Hemingway. You can follow him on IG at Marcus Hemingway. And we have the General, Kareem Johnson, who just tapped in. How you doing today, G? OG?
Peace. What's good with you?
I'm good. Now, we have we got people from all likes. You understand what I'm saying? From all. I've tried to make this an even platform tonight. So I want people to understand we're talking about the state of the black community, right? What is the main issues and how do we attack these issues? Go ahead, Queen.
Broke up.
Go ahead, Supreme.
Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. I agree with some of the stuff that Coonslayer said, but I feel like in the black community, we tend to focus more on the negative attributes as opposed to our positive, because we have so much going for ourselves. I mean, specifically what I see back in the day, black people couldn't apply to med school. Black people couldn't apply to nursing school. And we have so many black physicians, black nurses. And I think these are the types of things that we need to focus on, as opposed to, come up by being a music artist or things like that. Also, I think another thing we need to focus on within the black community is our self-esteem. Within the black community, we can be our own worst enemy, in a sense where we just constantly tear each other apart. There's always a colorism issue. There's always a hair texture issue. There's always there's always, like, for instance, a young lady, she's developing, she's 12 years old, she's walking down the street, there's some lecherous old man checking her out. instead of calling attention to that man's poor behavior, it's
Mm.
like, girl, you're too fast. She's only 12 years old.
Mm.
You know, she's just living her life, and the attention is called to her just walking down the street, saying that
Okay.
she's too fast, things like that. And it actually does negatively affect you as a female, hearing those types of things, or hearing that your hair is bad, or things like that. And I think if we do a better job addressing our self-esteem, I think we could do a lot better within our community.
Now I'm gonna ask you the same question, and I'm gonna go in a circle. So I'm gonna ask you the same question that I asked Coonslayer. If I had to tell you, or ask you, to break down to what you think the main issue, the number one main issue in the black community is, not how we solve. We're not gonna talk about that just yet. But when we talk about the number one issue that affects the black community, what do you think it is? Supreme, can you
Who
hear
are
me?
you asking?
So Supreme, I'm sorry, Supreme.
I can hear you.
Yeah. What do you think the number one issue
Yeah.
in the black community is?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I think it's our self-esteem. I think
Self-esteem, okay.
it's the fact that, yeah, I think it's our self-esteem. We're just not really focused on what we are doing, like the positive things we're doing,
Okay.
in life. I think that if we have better representation, where we see Black people in high-profile positions, things like that. And I think if we focus more on that, like, for instance, like I was reading how the smartest kids in the world are 2 Black kids. They're under, I think, 15. So these are things I think we need to highlight. And I think when people see that, they're like, hey, I want to be like that person. I want to be like this person. I want to be like this kid, as opposed to, highlighting the negativity and stuff like that. I think we need to work on our self-esteem. All
right. I'll go down to Kareem. Thank you for your patience, Marcus. I'll go down to Kareem Johnson. How you doing today, OJ? We talking about the state of the black community. Talk to us, OG.
Peace and power.
Peace.
Peace and power.
Peace.
State of the black community.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about it.
We don't have a black community. We don't live communal. The first and the most detrimental thing about us is our lack of awareness of self, lack of knowledge of self. You can't build self-esteem if you don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Our people live without a purpose. They live in a state of non-being because they have allowed others to name themselves and name them as well. So if you don't have knowledge of self, you don't have an awareness of self, then you're going to always be chasing your tail. You understand what I'm saying? You will never be grounded in anything. So therefore, you can never be communal. We can never live in a community because we continue to allow everybody else to give us a label, right? Tell us who we are and what we should be doing.
Right.
The minute you get rid of that, and that only comes from consistent militancy and consistent reading of ourselves. Stop allowing anybody else to interfere in that, and we'll be on our way.
Okay, Mr. Marcus, I appreciate your patience. Welcome to the platform. What do you think that well, talk to us about the state of the black community. Let's go. I know you got a lot to say about this. Let's go.
I think the state of the black community has always been an issue probably about the last 40, 50 years. When we allow too much government into our community, we take away the self-responsibility that we have amongst our own community. And what I mean by that is that hold on. Okay, I was hearing feedback. So when we allow too much government into our community, we make the black community lazy. We give up too many rights to the government so they can give us a check or give us some type of subsidy or some type of government aid. And that's what I think that's one of the main problems. But I think the biggest problem, I have to concur with C. Rain is that pretty much we don't have too many people who look like us doing certain things and putting us in the forefront. But the problem is that the reason why I think, me personally, we don't have a lot of black people who look like us doing great things in the forefront because it's not a lack of education. It's not lack of awareness. It's I think it's more so a lack of having an opportunity to do something different. See, when we go through life, they tell it they don't encourage black kids to be doctors, lawyers, or philanthropists or whatever. They're more so encouraged to be hip hop artists or basketball players or football players more so than anything else. If you ask a bunch of black kids, back to black males right now, what do you want to be when you grow up? you might have 65% say, I want to be a football player or basketball player. Nobody strives to be a doctor or a lawyer no more. Those things are not sexy and pretty no more. So when we look at how the state of the Black community is that what are we putting in front of our kids to inspire other than sports and hip hop music? And like this young man said right here is that I don't believe in the militant aspect, but when it comes to the Black community, we don't have one no more. When the Black community has been invaded by illegal immigrants and other ethnic groups, it tears down the Black community because now you done turn us from a Black community to a minority community. Now people are color community. There's no true Black community no more. And those are some of the issues. You like you said, you got to get your identity back. You got to understand, who you are as a community, and have some of these historical Black communities come back to some type of degree.
Now, watch this. This is can y'all hear me? This is interesting. Okay, I got it. Okay, this is interesting. Now, and this is a question. I'm gonna try to do my job as a host. If y'all have a question for me, I'll chime in. But I'm gonna try to keep the panel going. But what I observe, I asked everybody. You know what I'm saying? 4 people so far about the state of the Black community. What they think the issues are, and I'll just be honest. And it surprised me, and it's a good thing. Nobody once spoke of the Caucasian or the white man, because a lot of people say the Black people, we always want to blame the white man, we always want to blame our problems on the white man, but I just showed y'all we talking about the state of the Black community, and nobody the first round even brought up the white man. So my question to y'all, to my panel is, if when we talk about the state of the Black community and we talking about the issues and we be honest, and then the white man don't even come up, why is it when we look to the news, right, and when we look to the main stage and what's going on the main stage in the main world, why is that the main thing that's going on, like injustice, racism? Why does that seem like that's the main issue in the Black community? And I'll start with you, C-Rain.
I didn't bring it up because you asked me what the main issue is. I'm not saying that white supremacy isn't an issue. White supremacy is an issue within our community. You can see the deep-seated roots in how, for instance, we judge each other. Like, I think like in the 90s, it was like light-skinned men were in. And then like in the 2000s, it was dark-skinned men. And it's always like this colorism kind of thing, which, obviously came from white supremacy. And we tend to put a value on our, I guess, lighter skinned folk as opposed to our darker skinned people, or even lighter skinned people have been given maybe better opportunities because of their skin tone within our community.
What community? Hold on, where we at? What community is that?
Go ahead.
We're talking about Black people.
Okay, and we talking, and you believe that is colorism?
No, he asked me what an issue is. I said my main issue is self-esteem. I said this is one of the other issues we're dealing with.
Well, here's the thing, and I go to you, Kareem, because what Marcus is gonna say is, see, I told y'all, and there's other people in the chat too. They're gonna say, see, I told y'all. When we talk about issues in the Black community, they don't even talk about the white man. They don't even talk about racism, right? So I'm
gonna tell you
go
like
ahead,
this,
go ahead,
because I will never say it, because that was an old narrative. The white man is a figment of his own imagination. There's no such thing. But when people bought into the idea of a white man being supreme, that's when the rest of the world fell at his knees. He is no supreme being at all. He's the figment of his own imagination. He created himself and placed himself in front and ahead of everybody and put institutions to dehumanize the rest of the world. He used military strength and might, and he's going to the limit because no one else is matching that limit. Everybody else wants to use restraint when it comes to dealing with him. There's nothing supreme about no white man. I've bled them many a times. I've seen them bleed many a times. I've pillaged them many a times. But then again, I don't have the institutions. I don't have the unity and the solidarity to make sure that I'm protected. So this is why he's always in place, because his institutions have merit. People have given his institutions merit.
But isn't that white supremacy?
It's a false narrative.
No, but you're saying that it exists, though.
Listen, it exists in the mind, and as long as you allow it to,
I don't think I think you're confusing. I don't think whites are superior. I don't think that's what we're saying. I think we're saying the same thing you're saying, that there are institutions in place due to white supremacy that are holding us back.
Is racism and white supremacy? I'm gonna come to you next, Marcus. This is for Supreme and Kareem. Do y'all think racism and white supremacy is the same thing? Is there a difference? Is there a stark difference? Is there a major difference between the two, or does it matter? Are they the same thing? What y'all think?
Listen, the one is a tool. You have to understand that. These are tools. Mm-hmm. You got a whole big toolbox. You got different tools that are used to govern people. You dig what I'm saying? And one is an extension of the other. That's all. The more people realize that these tools can be broken, the more people realize that they have power within themselves, the more people realize that these structures are challenged every day. Not here so far on a large scale, but globally. People smash the idea of white supremacy every single day. But if you don't research it, you don't know, and you don't know the power within yourself, you will not be able to organize a network and then strike out on your own.
See, Rain?
People all over the globe. All over the globe. They don't acknowledge it and they don't rely on it. If you continue to rely on how you're being governed, if you continue to take the responsibility away from yourself to do for self, then you're going to always be a victim of somebody else's truth, a victim of somebody else's labeling.
Supreme, you're
Simple
familiar.
As that.
Supreme, you're familiar with institutions. So I'm curious to just to know your thoughts real quick on this. Do you think it's a difference between just pure, racism and white supremacy?
No, I don't think there's. I don't think there's. Well, actually, there is a difference. I think within institutions there is white supremacy. I see it in my workplace and I see it within my profession where they do make it difficult for minorities, or specifically, they make it difficult for minorities to go to medical school, to go to nursing school. Also, we receive a lot of resistance when we want to climb up the ranks within, medical institutions. We receive a lot of pushbacks, not only from our patients, but and the funny thing is we receive a lot of pushback from patients who look like us, but we also receive pushback from, the higher ups. The higher ups are usually white. All the hospital CEOs are white. So it does make things hard for us in that sense, because they automatically want to bring in people who look like them.
Okay, Marcus, I'll come to you and let you chime in. Go ahead, Marcus.
I have to agree with my brother Kareem about when it comes to white supremacy. It's only in the mind of most things. I don't think this external force that we supposedly see is holding black folks back. The problem that I have in the black community when it comes to white supremacy is that they buy into the narrative that we can't do nothing because there's this being or this force of people who are holding black people back, and I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I done everything I wanted in life and then some without any obstacles of white supremacy. When I asked a young man when I was in the Philadelphia area, they said, "What is your greatest obstacle?" Is just maintaining and holding a job. When I walk out my house, I don't think about white supremacy. I don't think about any entities of white supremacy or how white supremacy is going to dictate how I make my money today or tomorrow or 3 months from now. It's not as overt as it was in the 60s and the 40s and the 50s when you saw them in Klan hoods marching down the streets or in pickup trucks, things like that. We might talk about the undercover racism and white supremacy or how they write policies, things of that nature, but you still have the opportunity to navigate. But I wanted to touch on one thing C. Rain said is that when it comes into, and I'm not a doctor, I don't work in the hospital system, and I don't claim to be one or speak for one, but I'm just saying in general, there's a lot of people argue about there's not enough of blacks representing in every facet of government or life. But let's be honest. One thing I was about, when we look at our educational system, we are graduating kids at a historical rate, but yet none of these kids are proficient. And the problem is that we have standards. Nobody wants to be an architect and build a bridge, but yet because we want to help black folks get to be architects, and next they're not able to meet that standard, but yet we give them the degree and then the bridge fall apart and now killed a bunch of people. That's the same thing with anything. And I'm not trying to say that black folks are not capable of being doctors, but you have to put forth the hard work to get to that point. Because I think when we look at a lot of soft sciences in like nursing or phlebotomists
Wait,
or
no. Don't shit on my nurses. Like, don't do that. Nurses.
no, I'm not shit.
Don't do it.
You didn't let me finish though. You didn't let me finish.
It's a soft science. It's not.
It is a soft science. It is a soft science. Yes, it is. Yes, let me finish though. So a lot of people who might go into becoming a doctor and can't cut it as a doctor, they might go into nursing, which is not. Let me finish. Let me finish, and I'll let you have your say. They're going to these soft sciences and forget about being a doctor. It's nothing wrong with being a nurse. It's nothing wrong with being a phlebotomist. These are great careers if you choose to do it. But the problem is that we don't have enough people in those professions that to which you are in that can probably cut it and be. Because there's a lot of people when I was in college and I was like, why not be the doctor? I said that's just too hard. And last point, it was a situation in here at Georgetown where the I don't know if y'all seen the situation where a professor of law school, she was talking to another professor and talking about it was always the black students that's having a tough time making it through her course because she's one changing the curriculum and they were just talking amongst themselves and she was telling the truth. A lot of times we put people in positions, black, white, yellow, whomever, and because we want equity in situation and not make them hold to a certain standard, you're doing more harm than help. Again, if you want to be a nurse and be the best nurse in the world, knock yourself out. But there's a lot of times, and they have counted nursing, phlebotomy, all of it as soft sciences. That's not me saying. Okay. That is the Department of Education. So I mean, you might have a different way about it, but
there's no such thing as a soft science when it comes to medicine.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, hold on, wait, hold on. Let me say this right. You can argue with me. Hold on, wait a minute. You can argue with me all you want, but I don't make up the term. The Department of Education makes up the term. I'm just only regurgitating what they're saying.
What Department of Education made that term up? I see
the whole department
every day.
A principal. He doesn't work for the Department of Education. He works for that school system.
Now watch this.
It's not a he.
Watch this, y'all. Watch
this. It's not a he. First of all, our people are superior in a lot of the fields.
Yep, you're right, Mr. Green.
In medicine.
You're right.
I don't know where you at.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on,
okay,
guys.
Okay.
Let Mr. Cream say his statement. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
And I'm telling you, I don't know where y'all at. I'm serious. Where we at? This is not the 70s and the 80s. In any hospital in New York City, you're going to see heads of surgery, whole department heads, nurse practitioners, whole departments, all of us, melanated people. That is not the issue. I don't care where you at any level of this society here, whether it's health, whether it's law, whether it's Department of Corrections, whether it's engineering. Our people run the gamut of every one of them there.
Oh, okay.
Doing excellent work and in leadership positions.
Well, let me say this. Go ahead.
That does not transition into
leadership,
the lower communities, because these people, again, are coming from a mindset where they're putting themselves and judging themselves based on the standards of what somebody told them they should be.
Now watch this. What I say, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna come to you, Supreme. What I say to you, Marcus, is I disagree with your notion, because, and this is my problem, and people look at me crazy when I say, yo, I think it's white supremacy. Well, racism is the main problem, because you think that you said that, a lot of people that they don't make the cut, they don't cut the mustard. But what I'm saying is, so what? You know how many bad white doctors out there that still got a fucking degree, that still operate on people every day? Do you know how many piece of shit? You know how many piece of shit lawyers that are out there that didn't go to class, that didn't do shit, and still got a degree? Why, Marcus? Why do I have to perform 10 times as greater than average, and then a white person can come along and pretty much just be white and step into these major
let them set the standards.
But I'm just saying.
Set the standards.
All I'm saying is Marcus act like. Go ahead.
You want their degrees, and you want to go up into their systems to prove yourself. When you pull back from that, learn yourself, believe in yourself, master your craft, because again, this is not the 80s. Everybody, that's what the whole Common Core curriculum was about. Putting everybody on the same level based on how you handle the curriculums that's coming through.
When you're finished, I just want to say something, God.
Go ahead, Queen.
Now, wilding, black people are everywhere. They're everywhere.
It's not that
we have black surgeon generals.
It's not that we aren't everywhere.
Black generals, Navy admirals. There's not a space where you can say that we are not and we haven't been. The thing is, you start thinking that the other side is better, and if you don't meet the qualifications of the other side, that we just don't cut it. We just don't make up, which is bullshit, because most of them are in those positions from thievery, networking.
They just expose Harvey.
Right? We're going to hire ours and make sure ours is right here before we even allow them in, because we established the system. We established the institutions. So we're going to keep growing it and keep only allowing us to be at these positions.
Go ahead.
I've been watched that in the unions. You dig what I'm saying? All the delegates are black, but all those who are in top positions in the unions are a different shade. Because again, you seeking their approval. And they're not the experts at the job.
Let's go,
Okay,
Supreme.
so,
the ones that are under them that are doing the best work.
Let's go, Supreme.
Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to say that we do have you do see our faces, but we're not at the top of the food chain, like I had mentioned. When I worked at Sing Sing and Rikers, okay, and
doing what?
I'm a physician, and
why are you a physician in a prison?
Why not? That's not what my point. That's not my point. I worked there temporarily because there was a need. Because I worked I worked in a healthcare system.
Why are you not on the private sector?
I am
in the community.
Dude, you gonna let me speak or not?
I'm saying you.
But you keep interrupting. You keep. You won't.
Let her rock, Kareem.
Let her rock,
Kareem. Let her rock.
Jesus, like.
Well, because you sit there and because you're trying to play two ends of the stick.
I'm not trying to
play. You're for community, but you're in the prisons.
What are you talking about?
Let her rock. Let her rock. Go ahead.
Dude is mad about nothing. Anyways, so what I was saying is that I worked in both systems. I worked for HHC and the whole healthcare system, and there was a need because there were a lot of inmates who were very sick. There's a high population of HIV. There's a high population of hepatitis C. So I work in primarily ED, and that's why I was there. Because there was a shortage, and they furloughed us over there. So what I was saying is that when you go to these places, you don't see faces like us. The watch commanders are white. You go to HAC, the top is white. You go to any healthcare system, all the CEOs are white. The directors are white. Even in the inner city, the nursing directors are white. The CEOs, the COOs, they're all Caucasian. So while there is a presence, there may be a unit director that's black, but you won't find an entire department director as being black. So
only in medical. That's what you're talking about. Only in the medical portions of the prisons.
Yeah, I'm talking about in prisons, period. But I'm talking about in the hospital.
You can't tell me that. I just did a decade. You can't tell me about the lack of diversity on the top levels when it comes to prison.
So what color was your watch commander?
What prison?
What color was your watch commander?
What prison?
Whichever one you went to. I don't know where you were at.
Prison. 2 of them, they were black. 3 of them, they were white.
Okay.
Rikers Island, they were all black.
Now watch this.
Where were you
now
at
watch
the
this.
Rikers?
Wait a minute. Watch this, y'all. Watch this, because this is gonna blow your mind. Even if the point does stand like correct that there are a lot of black people, and I agree with Kareem. We are everywhere. Anything that was to be done, we've done it. There's at least one of us there. We've been there. But my thing is, doesn't matter when those people are there, but they won't acknowledge us. They look down on us. They say we deserve to be where we are. They say we won't pull ourselves up out of the bootstrap. They say it's our fault. They call us niggas. They say we ghetto, all this shit. They don't want nothing to do with us. They don't come back. Now to that, what do y'all say?
Well,
Go ahead,
let me
Marcus.
just put this real quick. Not only with what I noticed with
No, go ahead, Supreme. Speak, please.
Not only within the system, what I noticed it's crooks watching crooks. A lot of the officers were just as bad as inmates, so it doesn't develop there's no form of rehabilitation. I noticed in prison. It's kind of a toxic environment. Marcus could probably add more because he was an opposite end also.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Oh, I was a community correction officer, but when I worked as a PO, there was more people who looked like me as POs, and actually more females represented in the offices that I worked at more so than males. So I never worked in a correctional facility because in the feds they have a whole different, the Department of you had the Bureau of Prisons, and then you had the U.S. Marshal Service that did all that. I worked on the court side, so only time I went into the prisons to do parole hearings or rearrest investigations. Other than that, that was pretty much my limited visitation to the prison. Mm-hmm. But I have to bring this up because we always talk about diversity, we always talk about equity in different places. But one thing I was it's two things that I look at when it comes to these topics. Is that first thing is that, again, I have to go back to the educational structure. I'm not talking about black, white, green, or yellow. This is across the gamut of all kids from all races that we're not making the mark. We're not making the mark, and we don't have the level of education to meet the United States standards. I'm not talking about societies, the United States standards to do certain things. I'm only saying this from a position now because
standards is behind the rest of the globe.
But let me finish though. Let me finish. But let me finish. But let me finish though. Let me finish my. But let me.
10 other.
Let me finish though. So this is my thing. Not everybody wants to be what y'all want them to be. That's one thing you have to learn. And there's not enough people to be everything that you want them to be. You don't have enough kids wanting to be doctors. You don't have enough kids wanting to be CEOs. You don't have enough kids wanting to be architects. And then when you look at the educational system, and a lot of kids can't even make the marks to even get into these different programs on the collegiate level, that's even a higher burden. So these are some things that you have to take into consideration. Also, not everybody wants to be a supervisor or a CEO or a head of a building. They might just be comfortable where they are. So when you say people do not represent me, that I think, maybe they didn't have the ambition to go there. And these are some of the factors that we have to take in. We just can't say it's racism. No, it takes personal responsibility too as well. Because if you want to be a director of a hospital, then if you are black and you try to go that route and you make it, congratulations. But not everybody wants to go that route. And we have to really recognize that. And we're not recognizing that. We're just saying it is racist because we don't see enough us in these positions. So what happens that we lower the standards sometimes just to make
so this is what I'm saying.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
60
seconds. A false narrative.
60 seconds, Marcus, and then I'm gonna come to you, Kareem. 60 seconds, Marcus.
A false narrative of not seeing people.
I came and get 60 seconds because my young man.
Yeah, Mr. Kareem, let him speak though. But you're not letting him finish his statement.
60
we gotta be respectful. Let's be respectful.
We're not gonna sit here and play word semantics and paint a picture of us not being anywhere. That's just not true. It's not true.
I give my time to this man.
You come from Montana somewhere? Where we coming at? Where we at now? I keep saying it's not the 70s and 80s where you're not seeing professional black people.
I'm not again, sir. If you just pay attention, I'm not saying that they're not there. Not everybody's striving to be what you want them to be. You might have somebody who wants to be a black pianist. You might have somebody who wants to be a black violinist. He's not striving to be an architect or whatever. And one thing that's great about America, we have choices to be whatever we want to be. But the problem is that it goes back down to education. If we don't have enough kids who are qualified to even make it to the next level, to get into these schools, into these colleges, to meet these standards, then that's what the problem is. And what I mean by lowering the standards, a lot of colleges have lower standards just to get people in, and has done more harm than help. They talked about University of Notre Dame.
What is the basic role of education?
Let me finish though.
What is the basic role of education? Because you keep throwing it up. You're talking about standards and being at a certain level. What is the basic role of education?
To educate the child.
To educate. Nobody met the standards. What is the basic foundation?
To educate a child to meet a standard, and only way we can meet a standard. let me. Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
Let her finish, Kareem. He almost finished. He almost finished. Let her finish, Kareem. Come on, Marcus.
To me, the standard is whatever test that is placed upon it to measure your abilities and your skills to what was taught to you within that time frame or that year or that quarter. Now, you may argue the legality of the test that's been administered to a child, black, white, green, and yellow, because you may argue that, hey, this is racially biased, or this might be sexually biased, or it might be regionally biased, whatever. But there has to be a test, some kind of way to measure your skill level to say that you can progress to the next level.
Okay,
and the problem is that we're not even.
Go ahead, Mark.
I'm just saying we're not even getting our kids to a certain basic level of education. You have kids right now who can barely read on grade level.
Okay, now
that is the truth.
I want the general to speak to this. I want Kareem to speak to this because this is in his wheelhouse. So come on, OG. Kareem.
Wait, what?
I wanted Kareem to.
We
speak
didn't hear
to
you.
This. I'm sorry. I want Kareem to speak to this because this is in his wheelhouse.
Listen, because you're talking to somebody who's using dated narratives. You talking about? I'm telling you, man. I'm watching schools, the whole system be ran.
But what do you do?
In the DOE, and all that, these kids, what he talking about, they not measuring up, you wilding with that.
But can we ask you, what do you do for the profession?
Excuse me?
The Queen asked
what do you do for a profession?
I didn't hear that. Repeat that.
I said, what is your profession? That's what I asked you.
Me? I'm a counselor for domestic violence. I'm an anti-gun violence advocate. I'm also an anger management specialist. And we're not going to paint no false narrative about our people not being able to be literate. But I'm sitting around it all day, every day. Kids from pre-K, 3 pre-K on up, excelling, and been excelling throughout the pandemic. So I don't know where you're getting this information from.
I agree with you, Mr. Kareem. I feel that that's a false
narrative.
That is
false, especially when you're talking about two different dynamics.
Yeah, I think presenting us as sub-intellectual
right now, the space that we're sitting in right now, our people have a lack of awareness of their potential to be greater because they sitting and allowing somebody else standards to be the measure of how they see themselves.
Okay, so what standard? Hold on, wait a minute, Mr. Kareem, because what standard are you going to measure them by? Your standard or societal norm standards or collegiate standards? Because we have to come to some point where we have to measure these kids to say they have made it past. No, hold on, wait a minute, no, you're measuring them based on what you see is in front of you, but you're not even beginning to measure that, hey, this kid has to read at a 5th grade level to go to the 6th grade. This kid has to be able to read at a 10th grade level to make it into college. But if you're sitting here saying that
kids that reading on the 6th grade level,
there might be. Hold on, wait a minute. Your environment only consists of the neighborhood or the state that's which you live in. There's 49 other states in the United States that have the same hurdles that they have to jump. But you're speaking for all states, which you don't have that data. And I'm sitting here telling you, go to the Department of Education, look at the test scores, you will see them. How can you graduate 96% of all graduates, but yet only 39% are proficient in reading and math? How does that add up? How do you get these kids from point A to point B? But let you tell it based on Department of Education. Department of Education. Department of Education.
Okay, there has been an issue.
You got everything in there.
Go ahead, Supreme. Let Supreme go. Go ahead, Supreme. Go ahead, Supreme.
Yeah, there has been an issue with standardized tests and grading kids and the scores that have been coming up for that. And also a lot of the issue with like post high school is financial, a lot of the issues. So I don't really like subscribe to Marcus's logic saying that we can't we aren't doing well. A lot of kids are far beyond what we thought, that what we think they are, or whatever your standards are, Marcus. I think there are a lot of bright kids. There's a lot of intelligent kids, who are performing. What I'm trying to say, they are performing.
But Supreme, I don't have a standard. Hold on. Let me just say, look, I don't have a standard. Mr. Marcus don't have a chart to say you have to meet this standard for you to believe, for me to believe that you're making it. These are not my standards. The standard comes from the U.S. Department of Education, and right now it's under control of the Biden administration. They make the standard. They pull out the money.
Yeah,
but when you look at, hold on, let me finish. When you look at Baltimore, you look at D.C., you look at Chicago, these kids can barely read or write. These kids are barely functioning. They're what you call functioning illiterate.
Okay, no, that's not true. There are a lot of black kids who are progressing, who are doing extremely well in college.
Okay, so wait a minute. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. This is what we're gonna do. I appreciate y'all for starting this conversation. This wasn't my plan, and everything's going accordingly. Now, the chats are jumping. This is an open platform. The topic is the state of the black community. Now, I want to allow some other people to get up on the panel because we can only allow 3 at a time. So, if y'all want to stay, I need AKA Smile, I need Coonslayer, and I need real Craig Long 45. That's the next 3 people I need up. That's Coonslayer, Craig, and AKA Smile. I'm gonna give each person 1 minute. Each one of y'all 1 minute to get y'all final thoughts off. But I want y'all to hang loose and if y'all can, because I'm gonna be bringing people up and down all night. But Kareem, I'll start with you, OG.
1 minute to what? You broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Repeat that. You said
I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna give you a minute to give you your final thought, and then I'm gonna start bringing some other people up.
My final thought is, if you don't get out of the mindset of the rotary phone era thinking that we need these people in their institutions to continue to measure us, if you don't know how to rename yourself and to become literate and to understand that people are excelling outside of these institutions, outside of these systems, but they're not recognizing it. I'm watching and see it every day, all day. You do not need these people at all. At all. But until you get knowledge of self and awareness to know and live with a purpose, you're going to continuously be stuck, because you're going to continuously to wait for them to tell you, yeah, you can go. You can take the next step. And you're going to be a loser.
I appreciate you, OG. We still gonna bang for another hour or so. So if you want to come back up, I'll be looking for you in the chat. So if you if you see somebody that need to be sniped, you know what I'm saying, or need to be checked, let me know. I'll be looking for you in the chat, okay?
Will do. Salute.
Appreciate you. Supreme, I'll come to you.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
I'm just giving you I'm giving you a minute to get your final thought off.
Honestly, I just think that, we need to build the self-esteem of the black. Yeah, I just think we need to build up the self-esteem of the black community. I think also we need to invest more in college resources so we can get kids into the colleges, into graduate programs, into doctorate programs, because a lot of it is financial. A lot of people who go to med school, it's legacy based. It's like, oh, my parents are doctors, so I'm going to be a doctor. It's very expensive, and students wind up in a lot of debt, and you can't really work when you're in med school. So, or even law school. So my thing is that we need to invest into post high school degrees, bachelor's, graduate, doctorates. We need to invest in that for our black kids. And I think we need to stop sleeping on our black kids by, spreading misinformation that they are not, they're not reaching certain standards. More black kids are graduating. More black kids are graduating from college. No, there isn't financial aid. Financial is very limited. People always think they have the answer. But I think that we need to, focus on that with helping our students. And that's how we will have more representation in the fields that we need them to be in.
All right, Queen, we appreciate you. I want you to stay there, chiming in if you can. Again, if you see somebody that need to be fact checked or checked, I will come back to you. We appreciate your time. So let's go to Marcus. Give us your final thoughts. Second round of the panel coming up. I got y'all coming. Be ready, Craig. Be ready, AKA Smile. Be ready, Coonslayer. Let's go.
All right. My final thought is this right here. I don't make the information. I just read it and report it. A lot of people think what I'm saying is somewhat counterproductive to the black community. Again, yes, C. Rain is right. There are graduating more black kids than ever now. But it still stands to be true. These kids are not proficient. And if you cannot sit here and say to anybody that you can put a not a proficient child into the college and think they're going to excel on a certain level, unless you lower the requirements, that is very detrimental to anybody. I don't care where you come from. You don't want to be a doctor whose standards was lowered because you just want to get some kids who look like you into the program. You know, and last thing, again, there are a lot of nurses that's coming from other countries who are getting H-1B visas because why? We don't have enough people going into nursing programs or can't even pass the nursing exam once they pass the courses. These are true stories. So all I'm trying to say is that I'm not making this information up. The information is out there. If anybody wants to go look at this information, go to the U.S. Department of Education. It's so chock with information. Just type in USA Today. They'll tell you about data and statistics when it comes to education and graduation rates and proficiency rates on graduation level. They'll tell you how much money is spent per student per state if you look it up. But nobody wants to look it up. Everybody wants to say this is what we need to do, and all the information is already out there. You can see it, and then when you see it, we can have another conversation if I'm right or wrong. That's all I got.
I appreciate you, brother. Hang out if you can. I know you got a lot of stuff going on your end as well. I might reach back out to you tonight. I do appreciate your time. Right. This is what we're doing. Y'all tuned in. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit share. Make sure you hit subscribe. If you would like to support the podcast, feel free to cash app $Breadman281. That's $Breadman281. Those links are in the chat.
What's up, Bread?
Hey, stay there, cool. I know, wait a minute.
What's up, bro?
Hold on. I know you coming in hot. I know you.
Yeah, I'm hot as hell right now.
I know you coming in hot, Coon Slayer. Matter of fact, go in, Coon Slayer. Go ahead.
All right, here with that. Let me go. All right, the dude just said the students aren't proficient, right? That's bullshit. All right, they just had a college scheme that it was. Do you remember the one? The lady from the
Harvard,
Full House, they were paying their kids. The kids were getting paid. They were paying their kids their colleges money for their kids to go to school. It was all white kids. All right, those are just the ones that got caught. This happens all the time. It's not all. You can't say that black kids aren't proficient. I mean, who thinks like that? We got. First off, black women are graduating college at a higher rate than any profession, than any racial group right now. Any group. All right. So there's the lack of proficiency talk is just bogus to me. That's bullshit. He knows it. He knows it's bullshit, but he always has to paint the picture that blacks are less of than other people. How can you say that we can't do something? You say, oh, they graduate high school. Oh, they're not proficient when they graduate. That's bullshit. What is wrong with these people, man? Who thinks? What kind of man says he cares about the black community, and the first thing he say when they graduate high school, they ain't proficient enough? He don't have no facts to back that up. He's saying what the people that look like this want to hear. That's all he does. He's speaking from a white point of view, and it's bull crap. He always says that crap. It was not one black student that got caught in that college scam. Not one. It was all white people, and those are the ones that got caught.
Craig, where you at? How you doing, AKA Smile? How you doing tonight?
Sorry about that, Smile. I had to let that off, man, because when he said the kids ain't proficient, that was bull crap. I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Hey, he needs like a baseball bat to drop on his head when he say stupid stuff sometimes.
Go ahead and chime in, Queen.
So I want to speak on the education part. One, because I have a master's in education. I own a private school, and I'm acquiring my doctoral candidate. And my core focus is special education with a secondary and ed leadership. And so my credentials out the way, I think sometimes there are people who want to have conversations around education, but they're looking at it solely from a policy standpoint, right? They're not looking at it from an application. So Coon Slayer is right. If you look at, and I think that college scandal was just like one, right? I think there's multiple of those. If you look at legacy, so if you look at Jared Kushner, his dad donated $2 million to Harvard, and then he was admitted into Harvard. So that's not really like a secret that they even ask you on college applications. Is there anyone in your family that's ever been admitted to school. That's not a thing they really hide. I mean, that's nepotism, right? That's the way in which our society has been built. I don't think college, and I'm a huge advocate for education. I don't think college is solely merit based, right? So you have people that went to college that are there for academics. You have people that are there for sports. You have people, and sports bring in a huge revenue for schools. Why do you think they want to open high schools back?
Facts.
And so, I mean, hello, like that's a huge money factor that generates revenue for colleges. I think academics is like this small when it comes to getting into college. I have a friend that was the valedictorian of our school and didn't get a full scholarship. How you the valedictorian? He was the first black, matter of fact, he was the first black valedictorian of our high school and did not get a full ride.
No, you gotta be able to dribble a basketball. You gotta be able to dribble a basketball. You know
oh yeah. I mean, so the fact that we have college, and again, I'm in college, but the fact that we have college as like is 100% merit based is hysterical. And one last thing, and obviously I'll let the young gentleman come in, is if you look at standardized tests, a lot of people want to abolish them, not just black people. A lot of educators, we're looking at project-based assessments. So where students do project to show their knowledge and comprehension.
Group learning, yes.
Yes, and they present projects that are thought out. Like, come on, children should be creating websites, doing STEM, engineering, science-based. This whole idea that you sit down and take a test and that's supposed to determine your success. Let me tell you something. Back when the SAT was the highest score, I think it was a 1,600. I think now it's 2,400.
Right.
I didn't even break 1,000. The SAT is supposed to determine your success in college.
Facts.
I'm now a doctoral candidate. I know people that got 1,400 SATs when it was I-600, and they're bartenders. Okay? And no, wait, shout out to the bartenders. No shade to people that's bartenders. I'm just saying. It does not determine, it's supposed to determine your success through college. That's a lot of things attributed to that. And I can go on and on about some of the other things that he addressed, but obviously I'll table myself for now.
Baby Maga, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Baby Maga, we talking about the state of the black community, and the conversation has moved towards education. So I feel it's only right to bring you up, seeming you are still, in the, education system as well. Now, are you in a public school or a private school?
I've been in both.
Okay, so talk to us.
So, starting off in a private school, they taught us nothing but they taught us nothing but how to write in cursive. It was a Christian private school. Going into public school from a private school, I started off making all Fs. It was horrible. And then I started to get used to it. So I think that if you're gonna switch back and forth, it's not too well, but both can teach you pretty well if you stay with it. Now, going off of what she said about the test is they're made to fail you. The point of the test is to fail you. I mean, here in Texas, we have something called the STAR test, and they put you in a room for 5 hours. You can't talk, you can't, it's just you in this test, and you have 5 hours to do it. And in this 5 hours, you have to answer a bunch of questions. And if you're taking the reading one, you're going to have to write an essay at the end. And it's not a full essay, it's just half an essay. So you got to get all your thoughts and cram them together only to make it half. So I think the point of the school system is necessarily to fail you because it's all about money. If you pay attention, everything that is used to help kids pass is owned by the people who write the test. If I want you to get to the moon, but I'm the one who you have to buy the spaceship and the rockets from, I'm gonna sell you rockets, and they're gonna get better and better. I'm not gonna give you the best that I got right off the top. No, I'm gonna give you the worst one. And when that one doesn't work, you're gonna have to come back to me so I can get another. Then you're gonna have to come back to me so I can get. So it's all about money. So they say, you know what? I'm gonna make this test so hard. I'm gonna give it to these students. The students are gonna fail. Now you have to come to me, and I'm gonna be like, hey, little Johnny didn't do too well on this test. Looks like he needs to take summer school.
Right.
Yeah. Looks like he need to pay for this book and do tutor.
Right. And guess
review
whose
class.
book that is?
Yeah. Yeah, you get 3 times. You get 3 times. You get
So
3
now
times.
you have to buy the book from me. So not only did you have to buy the test from me, you now have to buy the book from me. So now I'm getting double the pay. It's not about the student succeeding. It's not about the teacher succeeding. It's all about me. That's why I wrote the test the way I wrote it. That's why I give you 5 hours to take it, because I want you to be nervous. I don't want you to think you have all day when in reality you have all day. 5 hours, it seems like a long, it doesn't seem like a long time, but in reality, that's a long time to just be sitting there. And then you're gonna have the kids, with the ADHD and the ADD, they can't sit and take no test for 5 hours. Are you serious? So I'm gonna give you this test. You're gonna take it for 5 hours, and it's made to make you fail.
Now, like
it's
the queen, like AKA Smile was saying, the SAT. I don't know if it's still like that. You could put up to 3 scores together, meaning you know what I'm saying. You get to you can mismatch,
right.
you can mismatch your scores. You can take it up to 3 times.
I was in the top 20 of taking the ACT.
Okay.
I've taken the PSAT. I took it. I'm in college classes already in the 10th grade. I just recently took it was another test. I don't know what it was, but it was another test and had a bunch of sections, and I was like top 20 in my class of those who took it. But it's fun because the people who scored.
Magna, are you in high school?
I am in high school. I'm in the 10th grade.
Okay, awesome. What is your interest? Have you started looking at colleges?
I'm already in college classes.
But I'm talking about when you leave high school. What university are you looking at?
I'm looking at University of Texas or Liberty University.
Okay, is Liberty online?
Liberty is in person and online. It's a private Christian school. It's a private Christian school. So
okay. Well, let me ask you another question. What's your major going to be?
So as of right now, it was law, but it looks like I'm changing it to I'm going to major in political science, and then I'm going to minor. And then I'm going to minor in law.
Okay. If you need any, I feel 100% comfortable talking to a child offline, but if you need any support or guidance with like writing your essay or your entry level essay, or if you need recommendations, definitely let me know.
All right, I'll definitely keep in touch. But what I see is everything is meant as a way to fail. I was looking at the University of Texas. University of Texas on their website in Big Bold, someone's gonna go, they're not gonna read all the what letters. So the first sentence is, you can't get in our school unless you have top 10%. I'm nowhere near the top 10% in my school. But if you scroll down a little, they'll say, we'll also accept your ACT scores, we'll accept your SAT scores, we'll also accept an essay, like she was just saying.
Okay.
But if a person does not read, and a person does not really go deep into studying that, they'll never know that. And all they'll see is top 10%. Now, you have the best SAT, ACT score and not be in the top 10%. But because you're not in the top 10%, you're going to look at this website and say, oh, I can't go to that college. And you're going to crumble it up and you're going to throw it out and you're going to say, okay, college isn't for me.
Okay.
Even though you have all the tools that is necessary to get into it, but the college knows you're not going to go all the way to the bottom and read all that. You're just going to read the first paragraph. And so you're going to back off and you're automatically not going to do it. And I think that's where the problem with the Black community has come in. We have been so used to just skimming the surface of things, and we haven't actually dived deep into it.
Stay right there.
And I also want to add too, there's a lot of first generation.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I want to get Craig up, baby Maggie. Stay right there. I wanted to get you on because we was talking about education. So I'm gonna get Craig up. So stay right there. I might come back to you. I'm gonna get you down. The real Craig. I need you to come up. I appreciate the time, baby Maggie. I needed to get his story because we were talking about education. Now, Coonslayer, I'm sorry, Queen, what you were saying?
I can't even remember now. Actually, I think I was gonna say that. I can't even remember honestly.
Okay, so
go ahead. I just want to remember I was talking about like the whole college is their huge funding contribution. Oh, I was gonna say about what he said about state testing. We've been talking about that as educators. Like, it's COVID. Why are the kids going to do state testing amidst the pandemic? Like, let them just not take a state testing. It's all about money. They need to have students take those tests because it's about generating money.
Now I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back to hello. Somebody got music playing.
Who's playing the song?
I don't know. Craig, turn it down.
That's Craig playing that, because that ain't me playing it.
I'm not playing no music.
Put this pussy right in your
Okay,
face.
Craig want to play. Hey, y'all be ready. Y'all get ready. Craig want to come with the smoke. And y'all see I've been on good behavior all night.
What we're talking about?
Go ahead.
The state of the black community.
Watch it, cool.
Is that you playing the music, man?
Let him get it off. Let's go.
That's Craig playing the music.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't playing that.
Yeah, that's him playing it. I guess he wanna.
I'm gonna bring the question back.
I don't listen to Cardi B. We not up here for that kind of Candace Owens narrative. You ain't Candace Owens.
It ain't go over my head. It ain't go over my head. It ain't go over my head. So
You said what?
Hold up, Coon Slayer. Yo, wait a minute.
What's wrong with the music?
Hold up. I'm finna start.
You're a queen, right?
Yo.
You're a queen. We got the queen on here. What's wrong with the music?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, it's kind of choppy, man.
Okay, wait.
It's kind of choppy.
Okay, slow down. I'm going to.
This guy comes
I'm
playing
gonna
Cardi
bring
B.
it back. I'm gonna bring it back.
I'm trying to figure out this.
I got this ring. Gobble me, swallow me.
Swallow me. I'm just.
No, okay. Y'all stay right there. Y'all stay right there. I got this. Stay right there. Coon Slayer and AKA Smile, both of y'all stay right there. Cause see, I didn't know we was gonna be on that type of time, but y'all stay right there. I'm gonna bring y'all back up. This light work. I'm gonna bring y'all back up. This light work. we can do this. This light work. That's light work. I'm gonna bring y'all right back up.
Come on, let's do it.
That's light work.
Let's talk about
y'all calm down real quick. I'm gonna get y'all
I
back
mean,
up. No, hold up. Move. No. I gave it a chance. Let me take care of this real quick. Let me take care of this real quick. That's light. Now you're getting in my bag. So now let me bring him back. No, don't leave. Don't do that. See, that's what they do. Don't do that. We're not gonna do that, Mr. Craig. We're not gonna do that, Mr. Craig. Pay attention, y'all. Now you got the running shoes on. I like WAP. Me personally, I like WAP. I wasn't offended.
I didn't leave the first time.
I like WAP.
I didn't leave the first time.
You
must have knocked me off. I didn't leave the first time.
I like WAP. I wasn't offended, but somehow you thought that I already know.
No,
you thought
no.
Go ahead.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. You breaking up, man.
We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, but you went straight for the queen, though. I noticed that. And so we want to. I want
to. Bringing her up wasn't an attack to the queen, man.
I like WAP. I like that. So I'm gonna ask you again. You can play the song. You can play the song if you want to. You can play the song if you want to, but it's just me and you on here now. So you can play the song again because it's two men on. But listen, if it didn't have nothing to do with the queen, if it ain't had nothing to do with women, you should be playing WAP again. I want to hear the song again because I'm asking you, what's the problem? What's the state of the black community? There we go. Let's go.
It's right there,
yeah.
Let's rock out for it. We need to spice this live up anyway.
The state of the black community. Let's go.
On Bread Man's Live,
let's go.
The state of the black community, which is a state of emergency.
If you wanna see some wet ass pussy, look, I need a hard head, I need a stroke, I need a Henny drink, I need a weed smoke.
So
that's a good theme song, man.
Because you're alluding. No. I like no. See, we ain't gotta do that. See, this is what we do. They want to hit y'all. He wants to dilute. Don't dilute your message, though, Craig. Let me help you out. Don't dilute. No. I'm gonna give you a chance. You wanted to play music. So give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Allow me. Don't dilute your message, sir. So let me help you out. We're gonna keep your message.
The message no.
I'm gonna give you yes.
I don't want to promote the song.
So before it wears off, you tried to play Mystical. Don't do that. WAP is in everybody's head. So
Well,
the message.
the
So the message
mystical
is.
is
So
what's
we
up.
asked you. So we asked you.
I
Now
like
you
the
want to
mystical.
overtalk me. So you don't want me to tell people what you're trying to say. You don't want me to tell people that you're playing the song WAP because you're saying that the state of the black community and the black community is fucked up because of black women. Let's get straight to it. Talk about it.
No.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
not
Well,
what I'm
he
saying.
played
That is
WAP.
not the
He
message.
played WAP, but then he
You
tried
got
to
it
play.
wrong.
Then he tried to play Mystical, I guess, to dilute that. So tell us why you played
You
WAP.
got
then.
the message wrong, man.
What was the message?
So, okay, before I start, you do know that your live is breaking up.
Okay. Let me go to where it counts. Let me
It's
go.
real choppy.
Let me go to make sure. Let me go to right here. Make sure we on here. We good there. Are we good on YouTube? I just want to make sure we good on the YouTube. If we're good on the YouTube and you can hear me a little
It's
bit,
just
we
a
can
little
make this
choppy,
happen.
man. That's all.
I got you. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
The message is not attacking any women. I keep forgetting her name. I mean, I talked to her on the back end with messaging. You know, I don't know why you guys feel that I'm attacking females. That's not the case at all. Me playing the clear message that there is a state of emergency within black culture. There's aspects of black culture that is destructive. If that offended people, it makes my point. That's it. It's not attacking anybody. It's, hey, man, let me come on to the live with the theme song. Wow.
So what black culture is that? I don't educate me about what WAP is. What are you saying about that black culture? I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said. It
Help
broke
me
up on
talk to me like a 4-year-old. What is the correlation that you're making with the song WAP by 2 women of color and the state of the black community? When we're talking about the issues, talk to me like a 4-year-old. Help me understand. What about that? What are you saying? What's the black culture? Describe to us the black culture that you're talking about and the problem with it.
I can only assume what you just said because it's literally freezing on me, but I'll just speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
There is aspects of black culture that is good, and there's aspects of black culture that is destructive.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I know it. Is that as 4-year-old breaking down enough for you, or you need me to do it in layman terms?
Well, I just wanted to know as about the black women in layman terms, about that culture, about that video. What does that?
Who said
what is the
anything that it's about black women?
I'm asking you, what is the culture
Yeah,
in that
I mean,
video? What
I
is the
have a daughter.
culture? So what
I
is the
have a daughter,
culture?
but
What is the culture in that video that you're speaking
I
to?
don't think I want my
Can
daughter
you hear
going
me?
around saying
Okay,
she's got
there
a
we
wet.
go. There we go. Can you talk about it?
You breaking up on me, dog.
What were you saying
It
about your
seems like
daughter?
I'm talking over. It's because I can't
No,
hear you.
what were you saying about your daughter? We can hear you.
I don't think that, for me personally, I don't want my daughter going around on top of police cars, popping her on top of a police car, singing to the song "WAP," and what it portrays to our young girls.
What is it
It's
portraying?
not black women. I know you guys love to try to make women in period, but you're wrong, man.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because like again, we were talking about the state of the black community, and the first thing that you showed us, the first thing that you showed us was WAP, and the first thing that you talked about and spoke to was black women. You know what I'm saying? And so we want you to be solid about that. That's all. We're just trying to clarify. Sometimes y'all say black on black crime. I didn't hear. And just for the record, it's crazy. I've been doing the show for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. The live has been open, and I ain't really been banging. And I just wanted to get the music stuff out the way. You know what I mean? The antics, and we there. But I didn't hear nothing about black on black crime tonight. You know what I'm saying? And but now we're talking about the black women. So we do have a black woman up here.
Who said the song was not necessarily to come on about the black women? It's the destructive behaviors, the destructive push in the music.
Mm-hmm.
I just chose WAP because it's triggering enough. I made my point.
Okay. How you doing, Queen? Okay, so we asked him the state of the black community. You understand what I'm saying? He said that that the black community was in a state of emergency. I agree with him.
It is in a state of an emergency.
We spent a lot of lives talking about, we spent one live talking a long time about black on black crime, but now today the state of emergency is WAP and black women.
Well, I mean, that's
culture.
one little.
No, but I mean, that's what you came on with. So I mean, it's important. So we're gonna talk about that. So to this black queen, what do you say? That's them. That's the we in a state of emergency.
I'd love to hear her thoughts.
Oh yeah, I want to hear her thoughts too.
What's your thoughts on the WAP song? You have kids?
Okay, first of all, let me say this. I'm not gonna let you control this dialogue in this way. I just want to say my husband is on the live and he heard you say, let me.
You're a queen.
All
I'm going. So I said, "Hey, queen."
All I'm going to say is watch your tone.
Watch my tone in regard.
Watch your tone and how you.
Is that a threat? Is that what we're doing now? We threatening people, Bread Man.
Bread Man, I won't be on your lives no more.
I won't either. I talked to him about it already.
Craig, we don't care, honestly.
We're gonna. Oh no.
You guys are threatening people. You can tell your husband, anybody. I don't care nothing.
Honey, you can tell him.
So we can.
Tell him.
This is what we can do. We can shut it. We can shut it. No, wait a minute, Smile. Wait a minute.
I didn't disrespect you in the first place. But if you want to bring somebody else in, I don't care nothing about that.
Can y'all hear me?
All I'm telling you is the same way you don't want your. Go ahead, Bread Man. Go ahead.
Yeah, you ain't my mama. That's the problem.
Both of y'all, wait a minute.
I don't nobody got to bow down to her for the first. For the first thing is I never disrespected her anyway.
Both of y'all, wait a minute. Now we can.
I'm waiting, Bread Man.
We can do this. We can do this over and over and over. You can stay right there, Craig, because you. Wait a minute. I know.
You got the live. You can go back and look at the live. Where did I disrespect?
Nobody's.
You played why?
Listen.
Look, man, I'm never gonna allow nobody to try to threaten me, man.
We can start from square one.
Your homegirl Supreme already pulled up some articles on me. I think you might want to reconsider.
So this is what it is. Smile. Let me go ahead. Apparently, I have to dig a little deeper. I hate when people do this. When you do shit, you gotta stand on it. So I want to take this slow. I will start.
You didn't stand on what we talked about before.
So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to you, Smile. I'm gonna come back to you, Smile, because I want to make sure everybody get their shit off, and I don't want to get away from this because I
think the point of the matter is where it came in to be disrespectful. I don't care about this.
I didn't disrespect you.
Well, wait a minute. Well, it's about we're talking about black women. Now the issue is you. Mm-hmm. So speak for yourself. Mm-hmm. The issue is you. Wait a minute, Craig. Give her 2 minutes to speak for herself and to speak for black women because we're talking about the black community, right? The state of the black community. Mm-hmm. We in a state of emergency. Craig came on here. Let's put all the past stuff to the side, all the other stuff playing. That's enough right there. Craig played WAP. He said he don't want his daughter out there following this shit. And he said we in a state of emergency. So I want you to speak about black women being the issue. You know what I'm saying?
What do you want me to say?
No, wait a minute. You already said it. You played WAP. It's cool. And we heard what you said about your daughter. Craig. No, you don't have to back it up. You played WAP and you talked about your daughter.
Help me understand.
Listen.
Me playing WAP, how's that disrespect?
And look, you talked about your daughter, bro. I feel you. You say you don't want your daughter.
Help me understand how me playing WAP
so stay there.
Then your answer
Smile.
plays right into what I'm saying anyway.
Smile. Stay right there because I'm telling the man. I hear exactly what he's saying, and I especially feel him when he talked about his daughter. So I told you we already heard you, but you can add more onto this if you need to, so the black woman can answer to what you came on with, which was the song WAP, and your answer. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She gonna answer that. We gonna wait for you though. You got 2 minutes. We gonna wait for you.
Go ahead.
No, Smiles. I'm controlling the platform. I'm asking the questions. So, brother, do you need 2 more minutes?
Dude, I've already had conversations.
Yeah, we're not worried. We're not talking about the past. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about the last 15 minutes. Do you need 2 more minutes to get your point across? Because you played WAP. We asked you the state of the black community.
Let me get my 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
Let me get my 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
So apparently me playing the WAP song offended women on the live. And you're pointing, maybe you're hyper highlighting it offended Black women. My next question to the Queen, you can go back and play your live, and nowhere with me playing the WAP song did I disrespect this woman that is currently on the live. So to have threats is a nonsensical stance. It makes no sense to do so, which is why we are where we are right now. And you guys can go back and replay it, because that was not the point, was to disrespect any women. The point was, if, which is showing, the song offends people, then that is a problem within the Black community, amongst many other things. That was the point. But I apologize if there's women on here that were offended by the suicidal poetry music called WAP.
45 seconds.
So I'll let her go ahead and explain herself on why she's upset and has to revert to threatening people.
40, are you good? You want the other 30 seconds, bro? Craig, do you want your other 30 seconds?
I'm done.
Okay.
Mine.
So, AK Smile, nothing's changed. Nothing has changed at all. He wants to explain now why he played the song and all this extra shit. Again, we talk, it's in the title, State of the Black Community. He said, we're in a state of emergency, and he came on with the song WAP, and then he gave his testimony about his daughter and how he doesn't want her to follow this, and then all this other extra stuff he talked about. So that's what he led with. The problem in the Black community being Black women. To this, what do you say?
So I'll say that the playing of the song is not an issue to me. In fact, I like a lot of rap music. My name is Shantae. I was literally named after Roxanne Shantae, the rapper. So I don't take issue with rappers and their music because I'm a grown adult. So I can differentiate reality from people's fictitious narratives in a song. I also, for one, think that some people need to listen to WAP because maybe y'all need to really be pleasing people out here. It's like, whatever people want to listen to. I don't want to listen to Kids Bop. I'm a grown adult. If I'm with my husband, I want to listen to music that is appetizing to us when we making love. I'm not trying to listen to no kid music. So I'm a grown adult again. Do I think that WAP is necessary for all spaces? No. And I don't necessarily think it was necessary for this space because we were having a conversation about education. And I get it. People want to make things in hyperbole and, get
Queen,
attention.
Apparently, Queen, that supersedes, us trying to be honest in the community and talk about, what may be a real issue. He seems to think that it's, the culture that Black women and women of color are pushing forward, and he got a right to that. You got 30 more seconds because he's raising his hand. So he got a right to say, you see what I'm saying? Nah, I hear what you're saying about education, but I think it's the women out here that's trying to push my daughter out here to talk about wet ass pussy and pull up panties down and do this and do that. As a Black man, that's how I feel to that. What do you say?
Well, I don't necessarily. You saying Black women are the issue? Is that what you said?
We asked. Listen, I know y'all not lost.
She asking me.
Let me clarify. He played wet. The title says the state of the Black community. Y'all know what that means.
Queen, are you asking
so
me?
So when he come on and he plays wet ass pussy, and then he says we're in a state of emergency, and then he gives a testimony about not wanting his daughter to follow these, and he clarified that this is his issue. He thinks that this is so. I mean, this is where we at. Go ahead, sir.
Let me give some clarity. The point of it was not saying that Black women are the problem. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I think that maybe people are getting it confused.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, Craig, why
hold
people.
On,
let me tell you why.
You can tell.
Let me just say this.
Stay there, Smiles. Let's stay there, Smiles. I know. Stay there.
Greg, man, I just want to say why people may think. I'm going to talk just 1 second. I think the reason why is because, and maybe this was not your intention, but this is how it was heard. You specifically played WAP, and I was like, what is this? And you said, Queen, don't you like the Queen? This is for you. That is where it became problematic.
I didn't say that. We'll be able to go back and look at the line. You got see, this is where This is
So then tell me what you said when you addressed. But it sounded like you addressed
You did address her, correct? You did address. It was. No, wait a minute. No, let me talk. Let me ask you the way I want to. Let me ask you the way I want to, because I see this a lot. I see a lot of niggas like Coontastic. I see a lot of, they call it the black manosphere. And so here and nothing pains me more when I see multiple black men on the screen. You understand what I'm saying? And it be a lot of niggas, a lot of black men talking about a black woman. You know what I'm saying? So now we just saw live, it was 3 men, like it was majority men on the screen. You played WAP and you did address the black woman. So that did happen, correct? It was 3 men on the screen. You played WAP and you addressed the black woman, correct?
I asked her.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, for one, you got receipts because you're gonna be able.
No, you can tell us. You can tell us now. You can tell us now. I'm just saying that I be really thinking niggas is suspect. I be really thinking niggas is, excuse me, bro, that really do something to me.
No, dude, I got.
You know what I'm saying? Like that really be tripping me out when niggas do that. I don't be understanding that logic. But tell us why it was 3 men. It was 3 men on the screen. It was 3 men on the screen. You came on, you played WAP, and then you looked at the screen. You looked at the black woman, and you said something. What did you say?
I asked her. I said, "What? Nobody likes the song." I said, "Hey, Queen, how do you feel about the song?"
Okay.
You have the receipts. You'll be able to go back and look at the live, man.
Okay.
I got no reason to try to backpedal.
Okay.
I meant what I meant. I started out with the song for a reason, and it did right exactly what I wanted it to do. People got angry and got upset, which highlights and re-supports my whole claim that this is an aspect of the black community that is in trouble. Okay. The fact that they push this on our youth, it may not affect you, it may not affect her, but it affects the people that listen to it most, which is the youth, the next generation to come. But everybody got up in arms and they started threatening people and stuff, and it's like, look, I don't know what perception you guys might have of me because of the last live in which me and you talked about this. I mentioned it when you were going about setting this up, right? I'm all about trying to make something positive. I mentioned that, hey, what happened the last time, I will not allow to happen again. Well, here we are now because people's perception, her perception, still thinks that what happened last time, that I'm some type of person that disrespects people.
Okay, so watch this.
And it's just wrong.
Watch this. Okay, so and I don't know who just came on, but stay there, my G. I'm about to come to you. I hope you tuned in. So if you if there's a history there with you and
there's no history, man. There's not. I talked to her before. I don't know why she would feel that I would just come out and just be disrespecting her like that, to the point where she makes threats with the husband. You know what I mean? It's like,
okay, so again, and I'll just speak to that. I hate when white people do this to me, so I'm not gonna let my own people do this. You know what I'm saying? There are black Karens out there too, so we can't do this. I didn't hear no threats. You know what I'm saying? If I'm pretty sure you got a black, I think you got a black queen back there, but you got a woman back there. So if you felt anything, you felt any kind of crazy vibe, you're probably gonna say the same thing, like watch your tone. That's not really a threat unless you wanted the man to come up here and tell you, you know what I'm saying, face to face. I wouldn't even see that as a threat. So I don't know what you're talking about. I see shit like that as racist. I don't appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So I would appreciate it if you stop that. We don't do the Karen shit here. You know what I'm saying? So nobody threatened you.
Who's Karen?
Nobody.
What are you talking about, man?
Nobody threatened you, sir. Nobody threatened you. What threat are you talking about?
When you say watch your tone, it's like,
how's that a threat?
You guys want to play that game? All right.
No, because white people get mad all the time when a black person say something that they don't fucking agree with, or they don't think a black person should be talking to them a certain way. They say you threaten me and they call the police. So we don't want to do that here. I don't know why you're doing that to her, you know what I'm saying? But we don't want to do that here, and I hope you don't ever do that to nobody else. Nobody threaten you.
Look, man, all right, let's stop. This is your panel, but I'm not going to keep letting you paint me as if like I'm some type of person that just
you
goes
came on here and you played WAP. You did that. You played WAP when you first came on here.
I just told you why I played WAP.
Okay, so I didn't paint you. I didn't paint you no type of way.
You need me to do it in sign language?
I didn't paint you no type of way. Okay, so what I'm saying is I didn't do that. So I didn't paint that picture. You did, correct? You had that breast, right?
I made my point.
Okay, and then a black man came on here and told you, yo, watch how you addressing my wife. And now you saying that man is a threat. And all I'm saying is nobody threatened you. So now you're trying
to. Now
you paint another picture, and I'm trying to stop.
Go back and see that they were wrong. you guys are gonna be able to go back and see that they were wrong. I didn't attack her. I didn't disrespect her.
He didn't say that. He said watch your tone.
And whoever her husband,
right?
That they can come and run up. It's fine.
No. Somebody might consider that as a threat, but we don't have to do that here. We just stand on what we say. Nobody's angry here, but nobody's angry here.
We can keep that narrative going. It already runs rampant in our culture. We can keep the 7 to 10 times likely to be killed by somebody black.
You're the only one angry right now. Here with your emotion. You're the only one angry right now. You're the only one angry.
I'm not.
Hey, you tune in. You tune in to the Black People's Podcast, where we're trying to find we're talking about the state of the culture. You understand what I'm saying? We're trying to find solutions. Breadman has changed his life. I don't endorse violence anymore. That's not what I do. The Angry Black Man Podcast is gone. I don't do that no more. So I don't know what he's talking about. You understand what I'm saying? I want to try to stick to the topic.
Well, let's make it positive, man. Let's move it on.
Let's go.
Move it on.
So I guess we don't. You don't want to talk about black women no more.
I didn't talk about no black women in the first place.
Oh, it was the song WAP, I guess. Correct.
Oh, so you guys interpret the song as talking about black women, right?
No, they interpreted you playing the song and addressing a black woman.
No, what you just did was prove my point. You guys interpret the WAP song as talking about black women, which only supports my argument that is a destructive culture within the black community.
Who addressed
we are in now.
Craig.
You just supported what I'm saying.
Craig. Who played the song and who addressed the black woman?
Hey, how was I supposed to know you guys interpreted it as
who interprets it that way? If you played the song and you address, no, wait, listen to the logic of what you said. You played the song WAP. It was three sausages, 3 niggas on the live, like all together, and 1 black woman. You played the song and then wait a minute, no, and then you address the black women. So who interpreted it as being about black women? Because you're the only one that played the song and didn't address the black women.
Are we gonna move on, Breadman? All you're doing is supporting my argument even more.
That you believe WAP is about black women?
You guys interpret it that way.
You was the only one that addressed the black woman about it, though.
I asked her, how does she feel about the song?
So you admit.
I didn't disrespect the woman.
We're not saying that. We're saying that you were the only black man, that addressed the only black woman about the song WAP. So if anybody interpreted, everybody,
what's wrong with
you're admitting we don't have to go back nowhere. You're admitting right now. So what I'm saying is, if anybody interprets that song as having to deal with only black women, it's only you, because you're the only black man who asked the only black woman about the song. Yes or no?
I asked everybody.
You didn't know. You didn't. You asked her. Okay, but you did ask her. Right here live, that was the only woman you asked.
That's not disrespecting her, man.
Nobody's saying that, Craig.
Hey, what do you think about the song?
Craig, nobody's saying that. We just saying that's what you did, correct?
You guys interpreted it as somebody's disrespecting somebody, man.
Okay, so
the point was not to disrespect
anybody. We can move on. I don't like roadkill. I don't eat roadkill, so we gonna move on. We gonna keep you right there, Craig. Salute, King. How you doing, my G? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up? My name is Cruzito. Know what I'm saying? I'm calling from Maryland. I just wanted to address. I wanted to address the issue. I feel like we need to keep unity, success, and diversity in our children and adults. You know, so like we need to teach our children diversity, so that they know how to handle situations. They might work for corporations. They need to team up with others, you know what I'm saying, to get to a common goal. Same reason why we put our kids in Little League football and stuff like that, so they can learn how to work with people that they don't really know like that, so that they can win. You know what I'm saying? They want to win that championship.
Can you hear me?
So we teach them to work with others, you know what I'm saying? So same thing we do.
How do you find diversity in the environment that's so divided? How does you know, people that they look like us and like us, how do we find diversity in a society that's so divided?
That's when we teach strength, you know what I mean, and awareness, you know what I'm saying? Like how to protect your family, how to protect your sister, how to protect your little brother, your cousin, your homie in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? And so like it's a community thing, you know what I mean? It take a village to raise a child, you know what I'm saying? So that's what Kusadioka is about, you know what I'm saying? So we inject that into the black community. Like, yo, is you Kusadioka, like you keeping unity, success, and diversity in our children and adults? Is you know what I mean? You doing the Kusadioka thing? So it's like if everybody on one accord with that, it's like being on code. Like, yo, we on some Kusadioka shit this year. Mm-hmm. We keeping unity, success, and diversity in our children and adults. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Okay. Let me go back right here. Let me see. They didn't got my phone hot. Ooh. My phone got hot. Let me see if I can bring it over to this one. Ooh. My phone got hot, bro. I must say temperature. The iPhone needs to cool down. Damn. My iPhone sensed my energy, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I did not mean to result. Look, the phone line open, man. If y'all want to call in before I end this shit, man. I tried to stay in my zone, man, but it's only certain and I didn't hang up on that man. That man tuned out on his own, man. That man left on his own, man. I didn't do that. He dropped out on his own. He put the running shoes on and he took off. Then my phone got overloaded. Got too hot. I said, slow down, Brad. Slow down, Brad. It's too hot. Motherfuckers like, yo, shit, this shit too hot. I can't. Yo. Come on. You tune in to the Black People's Podcast, man. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit share. Make sure you subscribe. My motherfucking phone got overheated, bro. My phone just got overheated, bro. Damn. Yo, the call-in number is 832-598-1641. If you got something to say, if you think something was missed, call up real quick, talk to me before I get up out of here, man. Damn. Bro, I be trying. Why? I be trying to do the right thing, bro. Go look at the live. It wasn't sexy. Look at what we doing, though, man, here at the Black People's Podcast, man. I'm really trying to find solutions through all the bullshit, bro. But if you come up here with the bullshit, we're going to eat your ass up and we're going to spit you out. We're going to chew you up. We're going to spit you out. Porto. Where Porto at? Where Porto Rock? We're going to chew you up. We're going to spit you out. And we're going to move along. That's what we doing, bro. I will not have no disrespect to our women, bro. You got me all the way messed up. If you think I would ever come out my mouth and agree that the black woman is the main issue in the black community, stop it. Stop it. And it's cool, you can do what you do, but don't tap, bro. Don't do that. Don't tap. I don't cut for that. I don't cut for that. These niggas, you look. There's a lot of people that come on my platform regularly that I don't agree with. Y'all see them all the time. Salute to Baby MAGA. Y'all see him all the time. Salute to Marcus Hemingway. Y'all see him all the time. Salute to Dom. It's a lot of people that come on my platform. I won't agree with them on shit. But they tried and tested. They stand on their square, so I rock. I let them rock. I rock with them. Y'all know my slogan. You not finna hit my people with the Uti Wap. You ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. Then you put the running shoes on. Stop it. And that was light. I ain't even bring Supreme out. I was being nice. I let you make it. I brought you on after Supreme. I let you make it, and you still came with the flim flam. I brought you on after Supreme, and you still came with the flim flam. Then you ain't want to stand on it. Man, I could talk about this all night, man. Somebody call up, man. I'm finna get up out of here. I got to make sure we end on a good note, man. 832-598-1641. That's the call-in number. 832-598-1641. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. If you would like to support the show, feel free to Cash App $Breadman281. That's Cash App $Breadman281. You can also hit my PayPal at Bread Daily. What is that? 832, I believe. That's Bread Daily, 832. Those links are in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't have that. I'm sorry. Right? So this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing at the Black People's Podcast. I'm going to be trying to come to y'all a lot more often and bring y'all like more panels. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think nobody did that before, but we're going to see how many people, right? We're going to see how many people now, you feel me? Finna jack that, what we just did. Nobody did that before, not live. Ain't nobody did that before. We was the first. We was the first. You feel me? Okay, we got a call. I was just about to get up out of here. We got a call. Let me see what we got. Say anonymous. Let me see what we got.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press
2. You tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Baby Maga, man. It's Baby Maga.
Oh, what's up, Baby Maga?
Man, I just gotta say, you brought Craig on, and a lot of people don't know a lot about him. He got a longer record than El Chapo himself, and he came on with this. You know, he was playing the WAP. Okay, yeah, that's funny, but you were right when he started saying Queen, whether he meant it or not. It was not the right place, nor was it the right time. Everything has a season, and that was not that season. So normally I wouldn't agree with you on going in on a conservative like that, but that was 100% the right place, and I was 100% on your side with that.
That's straight from Baby Maga. I told y'all, man. Real recognize real. I appreciate that, Baby Maga, and which whether you know it or not, I took it light on him because I let Supreme go. You understand what I'm saying? Before I brought him on, because I felt like there may be an issue, so I tried to, keep the podcast classy. And it seemed like it didn't matter. Right. It didn't matter what black woman was on there. He just had it on his mind to, I guess, antagonize a black woman. And as you said, it wasn't the time or the place, my G. So I had to do what I had to do, my G.
All right.
But yeah, go ahead.
I give you props for going light on him. I give you props for going light because most people would have took him there. Most people would have took him, took it to the hoop, and you didn't. So I respect you for keeping it, subtle for the podcast, keeping it subtle for the live. Lots of respect for that, man. Lots of respect.
I'm trying, Baby Maga, man. I appreciate that, man. Salute to you, my G. Stay safe out there.
So, you too, bye.
Hold it down. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Come on, man. I'm on the right path, bro. I'm not gonna stop, bro. Y'all not gonna shut me up. Y'all not gonna stop me, and y'all not gonna shut me up, bro. I keep it all the way funky, bro. You see what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna spend that much time on that, dog. I can't spend that much time on that, bro. Let me give Baby Maga a round of applause, man. I appreciate that, my G. I appreciate that call. That lets me know. Huh? My chat says Black Jay says he planned it, and he failed. Huh? He planned that and he failed. He had it on his mind regardless. Maybe, but I specifically gave him a opportunity, right? I specifically gave him an opportunity to duck all that, bro. That's not happening on my podcast. You can move around with that. Yo, man, you tuned in to the Black People's Podcast. I appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. We're going to go ahead and shut it down here, right? Again, make sure you hit that Cash App. My phone, both of my phones then went dead. Make sure you hit that Cash App, $Breadman281. That's $Breadman281. I got to make sure I get y'all out on the right note, right? I got to make sure I leave y'all, get y'all out of here, you know, on a good positive note. As always, it's power to the people, man. But this what we doing here at the Black People's Podcast, man. Put your seatbelt on. 2021 is gonna be a hell of a year, right? And you best believe we're going to come out with solutions, right? We're gonna be one of the ones that come out with solutions as well. That's the difference. So make sure you hit that sub button. You know the damn deal. If you don't know the damn deal, ask Breadman, what's the damn deal?
Can you dig it?
Huh?
Juice. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You got that juice. You got the juice. You got the juice. You got that power. Yeah, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. In the streets mobbing, repping good over evil. Look, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. Burning and looting, repping good over evil.
Look, the power's in the people. Should've asked for equity, but we rather be equal. Let my people go, Prince of Egypt, this the sequel. Could never give up the precious, watch them burn just like Smeagol, it's the Ock. Giving life like an Ankh. We went from Chaldea, but ended on Plymouth Rock. We went from Black Tulsa to Section 8 out and watch. Judas and the Black Messiah, them crackers, they want me shot. That's the truth too. Black man magic, I might hit they ass with voodoo. Took the Bible but left the land. Desmond Tutu, we only blind black at this point. Go grab your who's who. I rep that north side till I die, and that's a blues clue. Look, I ain't never want the recognition. All praises due, man. We in full submission. Now that I got your attention, you should know you got that juice too. Non-GMO, please don't let them people fool you.
Power, yeah, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. In the streets mobbing, repping good over evil. Look, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah. Power's in the people, burning and looting, repping good over evil. Look.